His absolute gain has been 2.38%. You can see initially starting off a bit of a drawdown. Okay, so he didn't find his feet yet. He just started trading his account. There's a lot of sort of areas that he was probably looking to improve on, build his confidence. There's many areas. It could be psychological, whatever it might be. So he gets down. He's a bit of a downtrend. He's pretty much this as a downtrend all the way down to around just over a percent loss. Okay, just over a percent drawdown. So maximum drawdown has been 1.11%. Okay, but thereafter he finds his feet. Okay, so he comes out of that quite quickly, and you start to see sort of an uptrend forming. Okay, it gets to sort of this peak over here, which just surpasses the 1% handle, and then you start to see he's in a bit of a range there. Okay, so some pros, some negatives, some wins, some losses, and wins, some losses. And then eventually he's now found his feet again. He breaks those highs, and he sort of achieved 2%. He's above the 2% level. So very, very good work there. Right, so dealing with the initial lack of confidence or whatever the losing streak would have came from, but at that point he's now found his feet. He's really sort of hitting those targets required. He's doing well. He's doing well in regards to the profits he's made and the growth in his equity. And you can see sort of his balance going from around 15k. He's close up to around 15.35. Yes, 15.35. This is showing profits. So you can see the large amounts of profits coming in. Okay, so the early days, what's the one thing that you're noticing in sort of the P&L in comparison to sort of the later trading, right? He's taking very, very small risks. Okay, so the risk that he's applying is very small at this moment. But then he starts to sort of increase his risk, and by increasing his risk, that's actually worked in his favor. Now that's a very, very sort of difficult thing to do and implement, is that one, you've got a bit of a losing streak of being applied, and then all of a sudden you apply more risk and you've found your feet and it started to work in your favor. It could have just gone the other way as well, right? We could have just seen him apply more risk and he could have had a much larger loss. So one of the questions I would like to ask him is, okay, now tell me, by applying more risk, how did that lead to more profitability? What was it apart from applying that extra risk? What did you work out, right? So why did you go on to add more risk to his trades? Okay, so that's sort of a key point there. So I can see the breakdown now. Okay, so I can see a breakdown of what he's achieved today, the week, the month, and the year so far. All in the green, fantastic. It's important each trader applies goals. Come on, this is so important. Apply what is your daily goal? What is your weekly, monthly goals? Come on, we've got to be applying goals to this as well. This is just going to give me a browse to sort of see, where he positions. So you can see a lot of the buy orders coming in this region over here, sell orders in this region, a mixed amount here. We're not going to focus on that as of yet. So we'll come back to his actual stats here. Okay, so far 438 trades. Guys, if you've got only say 10 trades under your belt, 20 trades under your belt, that doesn't mean anything yet, right? I'm showing you traders who applied, close to 1,000 trades with the previous trader. This trader here has done only 500 trades. You need a large sample of trades before you can really sort of get to understand, do the detailed reviews, and really, see from a statistical standpoint how you're faring. Okay, so it's important you put, a focus on, the law of large numbers. Just research the law of large numbers and what that means in your trading. That's a very important factor there. Okay, it's good to see he's maintained a good profitability, a good hit rate. So his hit rate's 53%. Okay, he's also got a good profit factor. Yeah. So this is pretty much saying that for every dollar you risk, what would be your return? So his return is positive. Anything above 1 is good. The longs won 54%, shorts won 44%. Best trade, worst trade. It's good to see that as well, and that shows me his, from a monetary standpoint, the reward to risk ratio as well. So his best trade, he achieved $64. Worst trade, he's lost, given away $26, and that's what you want to see. Larger winners, smaller losses. Average trade length 11 hours. So this chap is not in and out of the market frequently. You could even see him possibly a hybrid between maybe a day trader to a swing trader, right? Because that's his average trade length, being around 11 hours. okay, and he's still got a lot of trades under his belt. And then just breaking down sort of, the month. So he has been with us for some time now, right? And you can see not every trader is going to be from the outset going into a live fund is going to do well, okay? And that's just the way it goes. That's just the nature of sort of, trading. Some traders are going to face issues in the first few months of live trading. But if you are persevering, if you're adamant, if you're motivated, if you put in the work, if you ask the right questions, if you do the review sessions, you will find your feet. You will eventually sort of, conquer your trading account and start to see some growth occurring. Okay, so you can see sort of Feb is down 0.42%. Worst month so far, right? That's been his worst month. Then in March, 0.34%. He's up now. April, that's his first month, is up. He's slightly up, right? But it's a huge benefit. It's a huge psychological, thing that, the previous 2 months I was negative. This month I'm positive. Take that as a strong win, and then move on to the next month. And the next month he's up 1.45, and June so far he's up 1.32. He's up 1.32, and we're sort of halfway into the month yet. Okay, so just looking at this month, the majority of his trades has come through 3 assets. Okay, so Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, and ETH. Reward to risk ratio is not great there, but you can see sort of with Bitcoin, a good sort of 2.84 reward to risk ratio there. You can see sort of average holding periods. This is where the focus is. Again, this is sort of another view of a trader who's specializing. He's focusing on the crypto space, and he's focusing within the crypto space on 3 assets, and he's achieving his goals.